is Sam Morsy unsubstitutable? Because whenever they replace a midfielder like they did in this game, obviously it was KOA that came off, even though he was, you would say, having a better game than Sam Morsy. What's your take on that, AJ? That obviously clearly Morsy's the skipper, he's a very key player, but do you think he's unsubstitutable?
No, I don't think so. I mean, part of it you have to bear in mind is that his stamina is really, really good, and Jens KOA cannot, I don't think, realistically play 90 minutes. I don't think he's at that stage with where he's at, and in terms of the depth that Ipswich have in midfield, they can bring on, well, they wanted to bring on Taylor in a slightly more advanced role, and they wanted Phillips there, so there wasn't really the option to go and bring off Morsy. I don't think that he is unsubstitutable. I don't necessarily think that he is undroppable, and it's hard because I thought he was really, really good against Chelsea, and it's just one of those off days, and you can put it down to certain things. I know people say, his legs aren't maybe at Premier League level, things like that. And there are a handful of games where I can look at in the Premier League and say, yeah, you know what, that might be right. And there's also a handful of games in the Premier League where I say he's comfortably, miles, easily at this level. So it just swings week on week, a bit like when Town lose and everyone says, oh, well, they're doomed now. And then they win and say, well, we're not that far off the Europa League. So it's kind of, it's a bit like that. I think that this was a poor performance. It was probably his worst performance in the Premier League for Ipswich. And I just don't think we should be necessarily overreacting to that, apart from just stating the facts, because he could come back, we'll say the Brighton game in just over a week's time, and play out of his skin again. And that'll be great. And everyone will be saying, oh, he's a brilliant player, and we should never be seeing him out of the team. But I don't think he's unsubstitutable. I don't think he's undroppable. I think there will be games this season where, potentially even by choice, we might see KOA and Phillips at times. It's just about keeping things fresh and giving players opportunities when they deserve it.
Yeah, that was George from Fram, just to give you a shout out, George, who asked that question, which I thought was probably worth raising here.